You know, it's been a while since we've done a case video. And while this case isn't going to be winning any awards on how interesting it is, in fact, it's not even that new, what I'm about to do with it is pretty damn cool. So, let me introduce you to the Fractal Design Meshify 2. I believe it's actually on its side, despite this being top side is up here. Yeah, this thing is interesting, but we're gonna have to take it out of the box for me to show you why. So let's get right into it. Hello and welcome. My name is Wolfie, you're watching GreaterThanPie, and today we're actually gonna be unboxing and building in the Fractal Design Meshify 2. Now, this case is a bit older, but it's part of the same line as the Define 7 and the Define 7 XL. Essentially, they took that case and they said, why not mesh panel in the front? And I have to say, brilliant innovation. So Fractal is one of those companies where they have the motto, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they are one of the few companies that still make cases that can accommodate large numbers of hard drives. And so I am at a unique point in which I need more space, and I don't have enough on my editing PC. And I'm hoping that this big old mesh front case is gonna be the solution to that. And that's what this build's gonna be in here. Granted, the actual build video where we talk about the specs, that will be separate from this. But this is the unboxing, where we look at the accessories box. I have to say, I love Fractal because they do stuff like this, where they got this giant accessories box. And inside here, oh, look at that, we got four drive cages plus the actual screws and an installation guide. Installation guide. I do have extra drive sleds. There should still be an additional 2 also installed into the basement of this case. I worked in the Define 7 XL before, and I do love it, but it's just a little too big. And I'm hoping that this is the perfect compromise when it comes to size, because it holds some obnoxious number of drives in it and can support most hardware. And the only catch is it's kind of boring looking. If I can get it out of the box, that would be great. There she comes. Now, there's actually another little secret about this one, because this case, you can get 2 different types of tempered glass on its side, but I opted for the no tempered glass option. That's right, me, Wolfie, the person who makes literally matching builds that match 100% with their RGB, decided to go completely blackout. And there's a reason for that. You see this case, it's zappied. And this is why you touch the case before you start building in it. So this case is actually going to be holding my editing PC, which is the second PC. Like, if you look at how my stuff is set, I have the gaming PC and then the editing PC. And the editing PC is towards the bottom shelf. And by having it completely solid like this, I won't have to worry about accidentally shattering the glass. So there's a lot of good reasons for it. That being said, I think it's time we take a tour. This is actually a really nice looking case. I know I said it was boring, but like, I hope the B-roll shots can do it justice. I'm gonna have to like backlight the heck out of this thing, but this is a really nice looking case. So I'm gonna have to reconfigure where it's gonna go because it's got the SSD configuration going right now. All right, so let's start up top where we got our I/O. We have a headphone microphone jack, USB-C, power reset, and 2 USB 3.0s. On the front, you can see we got our beautiful patent pending Fractal designed mesh grill in the front. On the top, we also have more mesh. And then instead of having a tempered glass side panel, we got solid metal. And that solid metal reveals, I'm gonna have to take both of these off so you can probably see this. It's still really dark, but it reveals the inside of the case. Inside, can't really see it that well. Let's see, can I? Yeah, we can. Come on. I feel like all of these panels should be removable. That one comes off, yep, see? That reveals a dust filter, which has a fractal pattern. That slides back, goes up. You're starting to be able to see the case a little bit better, I hope. So now that we got some natural light, we have a fill port on the top. Love that. I'm not gonna use it because it's gonna be an air-cooled system. The top radiator bracket is completely removable, it looks like. This is gonna be good for both getting at the cables when building, and also if I wanna put exhaust fans at the top, this will make it a little bit easier to get them lined up. But if you were putting in a radiator, this would be perfect because, well, removable radiator bracket. Nice high quality on this as well. There's a little bit of flex, but it's still more high. It's higher quality than I've seen in a couple. Look at this unobstructed access to this thing. Like this is much like the Define 7. And I said this about the Define 7 XL. This case is gonna be easy to work in for pretty much this entire reason. So then let's see, can we take off, oh, we got another dust filter. Right there in the bottom. That goes along the entire bottom, and I do see radiator mounting for the entire bottom. I don't know if you would do that because your power supply would kind of interfere a little bit. Not to mention, I don't think there's a, oh, that's removable. Yeah, no, you could hypothetically, if you really wanted to, put a radiator in the bottom. Huh. Okay, let's see, can we get this front panel off now? Okay, the front panel comes off, and actually so does the mesh in the front. That's a door? Excuse me, Fractal. What? Okay, I guess it's to access the dust filter. 5 mesh and a dust filter behind each other, and that's a really good attention to detail. The fractaling pattern actually lines up with the fractal pattern on the front. It's kind of cool. Okay, so now that we're in this case, we can see all of the fans that came included. These are 140s. 140s, 140, 140, and then is this also 140? Yes, it is. So it comes with 3 140s. They are not RGB, but this is a blackout case. So you're gonna want that. Along the back is plenty of room for cable management, and a cable management system that I do like from the past is this right here. It just kind of slides off. Nope, it just popped off. Okay, so this panel pops off, and then that gives you access to the hidden cable management basement area. And in here, we have our extra drive cages, along with our power supply and all of our cabling, along with plenty of cable management room and some main grommets. We do have 2 SSD mounts, and then this, which is the universal mount. The best way to describe this is for a pump or a hard drive or an SSD, and it can be mounted in the front or it can be mounted in this basement right over here. Now, what we are gonna do is we're gonna pop these out because we're gonna configure this case to be in its drive storage form, which is where this piece right here is gonna come out and it's gonna come forward so that it's actually lined up on this. And we're going to actually mount multiple drives on the inside here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all of that, and we're gonna actually build in this. So let's start building. Okay, so we've got it reconfigured now into storage mode. So as you can see here in the back, we actually have our drive bays installed. So with what's included, you can do a total of 6 big chunky spinning hard drives, but there is room for more in here. So you can put an additional 6 in there in the front, and then if we use this plate and this position over here, I believe we can do an additional 2 here. So that's a 8 spinning drives, which is actually a lot, plus 2 SSDs. So yeah, this thing has a lot of room, and there's an additional SSD spot right here too. And if you are willing to buy another one of these trays for the spinning thing, the drives down here, you can actually fit a second one down here, which would bring you an additional 2. So when it comes to storage, this thing can store a ton, and the arrays I'm about to put in this are going to be pretty hefty. I'm gonna have one drive down here, and then we're going to be alternating between standard drive SSD, standard drive SSD on the floating drives, because this is going to be an all-in-one PC system where we've got plenty of room up front for our GPU. I'm hoping that this is plenty of room up front. I may have to move one of these drives around, but I have the ability to do that. And then we're gonna have a nice big Noctua cooler right on the top there, because this is going to be a sound optimized, pretty low profile, but extremely performant PC. So yeah, I'm excited to build that. So I'm gonna reassemble this, get my parts together, and actually make this happen. This is gonna be a joy. I love this case style so much, and Fractal did an amazing job with this. The bones of this, I should say. This thing is quiet. It's actually what's running everything right now. I don't even have the gaming PC on. And that is because it just works. The GPU is running pretty cool, despite me having to try really hard to get both the drives and the GPU to fit in the same area together. And by really hard, I mean not accidentally dropping a drive onto the GPU, because I ended up only really needing 2 of the big slots. So that was, actually, no, I did 3. The point is, the build has a pretty significant number of spinning drives in it, and that extra space was awesome. Now, as I mentioned, this case kind of can do a lot. I've taken a look at the XL version of the Define 7, and this case would be a better airflowed version of that, just a little bit smaller. There is an XL version that is just as big. And one of the reasons I like these cases so much is, despite being very, very plain, despite being unassuming, they are so packed with so many features that they are just great. Having a full metal side panel is something I haven't done in years. I think the last time I had one was a Dell Optiplex. And I gotta say, having one with some sound dampening material and a Noctua air cooler has resulted in this thing being whisper quiet, even despite having lots of drives in it. It isn't going to be the most impressive build, but it is definitely one of the quietest. And that is because metal with soundproofing is actually pretty quiet. So you put a big old vent in the front, you force a bunch of air through it, and nothing gets hot. It just works. It's simple, but that simplicity is the beauty of this case. Now, maintenance, though, is gonna be a nightmare, because it's a full mesh panel and it's forcing air through itself at all times, and I've got, well, pets. I love my pets, but I can already see in the couple months of deployment that I've got on it, it's got pet hair. So cleaning this thing is going to be fun, especially before you guys see the sizzle roll. Maybe I'll shoot just a shot of the pet haired front, just so you guys can see that. But this case is really cool. It's priced actually very competitively in the current market, and it really could be used for both an air-cooled system, a water-cooled system, a storage data server type system that we're currently using in it. It fits insanely large hardware, and it can do it all at the same time, which was the surprise that I had when I first built in the XL version. So yeah, it's great, albeit a little boring. And that is where I'm going to end this video. Thank you guys so much. If you want to actually talk about this boring case in the comments, I would love to see interactions down there, because, well, let's just say YouTube's trying to kill this channel. It is what it feels like. And so just a little bit of interaction might help. I don't know. I really don't know what we're doing wrong. Maybe it's just because I cover boring things like this. But I'll keep doing it because I enjoy making content like this. So I'll see you next time. Wolfie, out.